Good morning, Glenn here in Tampa. 72 degrees out, and got a little later start. Went to the gym first. I've been skipping the gym because of the walk that I've been doing in the mornings on these calls. So I think I'm gonna start doing them a little bit later in the day. But anyways, so I have wanted to talk about how cash flow equals more leverage, which leverage gives you more time to work on your business. And the first example that I think to myself is when I started my lawn business, I had no income in my life except for the lawn business. So every penny that I would make from the lawn business would go straight to my pocket and not really reinvesting. I mean, there was a little bit of reinvestment, but nothing substantial enough to grow the business. And that's why it's good to have some passive income or strong cash flow. And in this scenario, I burned myself out, and I was unable to I just quit. I just couldn't. Became paralyzed by work. So much work to be a landscaper. And I could tell you that I've seen a few, and I've met a few landscapers, and I had the same conversation with them, but really after year 3, you are toast, as tired. You know, you're exhausted from work, you're burnt out, your back's hurting, so the key in this situation is to get out of working in the business and working on the business. But how do you do that? You got to be able to have income, whether it's cash flow or lots of margin, which not a lot of margin in mowing lawns before you have to get to a certain size. And so in this scenario, I would say for me, if I were to restart my lawn business, the leverage that I'd have is that I have income, cash flow, and what I would do is create a crew to do the labor, manual labor, mowing the yards, doing the landscaping. And then I would turn myself into the salesperson of pitching the jobs and, creating a standard operating procedure for all of it. And then setting the system and moving on to the next task for the business. There's definitely what I've learned through scaling a real estate portfolio is there's different problems at different sizes. And, when you're operating on 12 units, you're pretty much a self-employed. When you get to 100 units, you start to find other people to help you. When you get to 200 units, you're still in the middle of it. But when I could tell you, when I got to 500, I started really trying to find the people to do, the property management aspect, which I can tell you that I am not good at certain jobs in property management. I would say my special power is leasing, because I did it for 10 years, but everything else, there's somebody else better than me, I can assure you. When it comes to property management, customer service, those are difficult jobs to deal with people. You're really talking about people's houses and whether they stay or go, and it becomes very emotional. So you have to find somebody that's good at that thing. And for me to do it is an inefficient use of my time, and it's a disservice to the customer themselves, being the resident. So, the key to, getting larger is that you get to have better people work for you. And that's kind of what we did. And it's made my life a lot easier to where I can actually go for these walks and record these conversations. But, I would tell you that if you got to 1,000 or 1,500 units, there would be different problems that I haven't experienced yet. I imagine you have to create more of like an asset manager or somebody that would be doing a lot of the jobs that I'm doing today. And so anyways, that's what cash flow will get for you, is leverage to be able to use other people's skills to do the job better than you. And really that's I guess that's where I'll end it. And but if you guys have a great day, and have a Merry Christmas.